video about 6 times. So let's hope we can get it right this time. Hi guys, what's up? My name is Kate and I am the founder of Coffee and Rose Gold. So today I wanted to do a very casual sit down video for you guys because I want to discuss how I survived my first year of college. So for those of you who have never seen my face before, hello, my name is Kate. I am the founder of Coffee and Rose Gold, the teacher blog. I created this blog because I wanted to share my story with everybody and just discuss the whole rundown of becoming a future teacher and to share it with my friends, family, and teachers, the 3 most important people in my life. So yes, I'm very excited to be sharing my first year story with you guys because it is very, very important to me and it's made me into the person I am today. So let's get started. So for those of you who have no idea who I am, or like my whole story, so I just finished up my first year of community college, and I just finished up my freshman year, so I'm gonna be a sophomore in the fall. I decided to go to community college because my high school grades and GPA and ACT score would not match up to let me into any school. I have applied to 5 schools during my senior year of high school, and I obviously did not get into any of them because of my ACT scores and my GPA, which really reflected and showed that I've changed throughout my first year of college. I'm not afraid to share what my GPA is to people because it just shows how much of a person I've grown. So I received a 2.4 GPA for my whole 4 years of high school. Now a lot of that dropped my junior and senior year because I was just done with school and I was just stressing. I didn't put as much effort as I should into it. So my first year of college, I received a 3.7 GPA, and I got on the principal's honors list, and then I also got a 4.0 GPA my second semester of college. So that just really shows how much I have grown as a student. So to start off, that was just a little rundown why I made this video. Yeah, I just finished up my first year of college, and then I'm actually studying to be an elementary teacher, so I'll be graduating officially to become a teacher in the fall of 2022. So I'm really, really excited to become a teacher. I've known I wanted to become a teacher my whole entire life, but now it's just becoming so surreal, and just going through the process of it is just so much fun. It's a lot of work, but it's very, very fun. So I have done some research through YouTube last night of watching people what they wish that they would have known before their first year of college, and then what they learned. So I want to kind of put it in my own perspective of my community college experience to kind of give you guys the reason why I chose community college over a 4-year. I mean, I really have a choice, but still, I think if I did have a choice, I would have chose to go to a 4-year, but everybody I've talked to told me if they went right to a 4-year, they tell me, I wish I would have gone to community college. Like, you're so smart, you're saving so much money, and I'm so happy I did. So this is my story. So the number one tip that I would tell everybody to use from the very beginning of their first year of college is to advocate, advocate, advocate for yourself. I cannot stress advocating for yourself enough, because when I was in 8th grade, my teachers told me right before I went into high school was to advocate for myself. Now I really didn't know what advocating means. I knew I've done it, but I didn't know why I should. So this is me telling you guys why you should. Advocating is going to your teacher's office hours, asking for extra help, tutoring, just extra worksheets, extra help in general, and then asking questions because you're unsure. Now that's the only reason why I was able to graduate high school. As I've shared before, I was a really low academic performing student, and I am so happy I was able to graduate high school because of my low GPA. I had a very, very hard time in high school, and I think it's because of my whole mindset with it. That's the biggest part. I just didn't put the work effort into it. There was definitely a part of me was I just need to work hard, but the other side of me was just a big slump. I just didn't work as hard as I should. I went to my teachers so much. They have seen me from my highest points to my lowest points. There would be points where I would just go into my teachers' classrooms and just cry because I just had enough of it. I had a really hard time trying to figure myself out, trying to put myself into somebody else's shoes, and just try to be the person I've been praying for forever. And I wish I can go back and change it all, but my whole new perspective now in life is to not regret what I did in high school. So that's obviously how I got my GPA to be a 3.7 and a 4.0 my first year of college. And I just can't explain it. I'm just so happy that I had the teacher that I had, because I just wouldn't be where I am today. I still visit them today and I just tell them like, oh my gosh, like you have literally changed my whole entire life. But that's besides the point. But I actually have the same type of teachers in college. I'm so happy because I'm the type of person who's okay with change, but I don't like change at the same time. Like I'm excited for it, but at the same time I'm like super nervous and like anxious and everything. But I was very fortunate enough for my first year of college to have the same personality-wise teachers in college. Now some people have like no idea about their professor. Like some of them are getting huge lecture halls with like 200 people. Well, with my experience in community college, I had about like 30 to 35 people, maybe even sometimes below 30 students in each of my classes, because I really like that because that's kind of like what the high school size is. So I was so used to that size that I was able to get to know my teacher and ask questions, and they knew my name, they knew my test scores, they knew it when I wasn't in class. So it was really nice to have those teachers throughout my first year of college. So I would also use Rate My Professor as well. Like I would link it like Rate My Professor. It has helped me out so much because I've heard so many teachers in the past. I didn't use my first year because I didn't know what it was, like my first semester, but my second semester when I was signing up for my spring classes, I used that so much. I had to use that because it has all the professors on each college. So if I looked at my local community college, I searched them, and they would have all the teachers that people have rated from that campus. And it'll have everything from like math, history, education, like everything on there. And they have ratings from 0 to 5 stars. So most of my professors were about the 4 to 5 range, and I only take professors in the 4 to 5 range if I can. Sometimes I don't have a choice because sometimes there's only one specific teacher for a course, so that's fine to me. You just have to suck it up. But if you have the choice to do it, find the good professor. Especially for math, because I struggle with math a lot, and I would use that to make sure I had like the correct math teacher for me. I would also say to go to their office hours. Go to their office hours. So each semester your teacher will give you a syllabus, and they'll have their office hours and like when they're available, and then their office like numbers so you can find them. And then sometimes if you're lucky, the teachers will give you their phone numbers. So if you need to, like, I didn't really use my teacher's phone numbers. I only needed it if I tried to email them a few times and they didn't email me back. Sometimes teachers have a hard time looking at their emails and they forget, or like you'll go to class the next day and you're like, have you seen my email? They're like, oh sorry, I haven't looked at them yet. So that's why I would use my teacher's phone numbers just in case. That's the only way I was able to hunt them down at times, because sometimes I was like, I need to see you, but it's okay, everybody has their own time. And then one of the biggest things that has really helped me out my first semester was during my office hours, I would go see my head of the education department, my girl Alicia. Alicia, if you're watching this, I love you so much. Thank you for everything you've done for me. There was points in my spring semester where I was struggling because I was trying to figure out how am I going to transfer my all my credits over to Illinois State. Now here's the biggest part I would tell you. One of my biggest tips is know where you're transferring before your second. Like if you're me and you're in community college, know where you're going to be transferring to before your sophomore year. Now my first semester I had no idea where I really wanted to go. Like I had a few places, but I wasn't like, set on one until my spring semester, where I found out my GPA, and then I was like, okay, I'm going to Illinois State. Like I went my transfer day visit and I saw everything and I'm like, this is the school for me. So know where you're going to go before your sophomore year, because you have to make sure that all of the classes that you're taking, because when you're a freshman you kind of take gen eds and like all of those classes transfer, but when you get into more of your majors classes, that's when it gets tricky. So I had to make sure I had to work with the transfer department at Illinois State, and then work with my teacher Leisha to make sure that I had all my classes be able to transfer to there in the fall of 2020, because I'm going to be graduating with my associates in the spring. So I want to make sure I had all my classes for my local community college, and then all my classes I needed to transfer to Illinois State. So I'm not like going there like, oh my gosh, I could have taken this class over there, I could have taken it in the summer or something, because something actually did come up when I made my own schedules for myself. So that's why I also recommend for you guys to make your own schedules for yourself. So I would take all my classes I took in the fall, I would write all the credits down, and I would write my grade. And then I took my spring ones, so I would write all my spring classes I've taken, the credits, and then like now I have to put in the grades because my grades are all finalized. So then I also did it for my fall of 2019, and then the spring of 2020. So I'd have all my classes in there. And then I did like a bunch of protocol ones, and then when it got to the point, I'm like, okay, this is my schedule I'm going to choose. So then I went to my girl Leisha, and I sat down with her, we went through it, and we found out that I'd done my research before going in there. I told her, Leisha, I'm already taking a child psychology class right now, but ISU offers, I have to take early childhood education class, child growth and development, but it's the same thing, but it's an education class, and I've taken the psych one. So like, do I have to take the other class? We found out I don't have to, so that actually opened up another spot for me to take a class that I really wanted to take, which is classroom observation. So I highly recommend that you do your research beforehand, you make a bunch of new schedules, every class like broken down what you're going to be taking, because that's super important. I cannot stress that enough. I was like going crazy, and I'd rather know what classes I need to take than like, you know, have those people like, oh, I still have to sign up for my classes, and I pay my tuition early, so I don't even have to think about that, so I can just kind of whoop it to the side. Sorry to interrupt, I just want to say that there'll be a quick scenery change in about 3 seconds, but I just want to say thank you for watching this video, and I love you guys. So since I just finished about the more of the school academic portion, I'm going to be talking about more of the social life of my whole community college experience. So most of my friends did go away to school, and it was kind of nice actually, because I was able to branch out to new people and meet new friends. But I actually had my best friend Sarah and my best friend Merritt come to school with me, because my best friend Sarah, we've been best friends since we were first grade, and then my best friend Merritt, we became really good friends in high school my freshman year, and we didn't really start to become really close until now. But it was really nice because I was able to meet a lot of new people in the area, like the surrounding cities around us. And I was really happy to meet my education girls, because we all had become super close, because we had classes together in the fall, and then we became really close in the spring because we got to know each other through there. But yeah, that's how I met more of my friends. I definitely would say to meet people within your major, because that's who the people you're going to be kind of spending the most time with. Even though that I did go community college, some people are going to be going to Northern and school in Wisconsin. I don't know how many people are going to Illinois State, but you know, we're still, I've met a bunch of people, I did meet people who go to Illinois State, but they're a year older than me, so people not my age, I guess you can say. But it's really nice to just meet people through that. But I also met people who were in my similar classes. I had a girl named Alexa, and she was in my psychology class and my math class. So I saw her the first day, and I'm like, oh, she seems really nice, we kind of have similar interests. And then I found out she was in my math class, so I sat down with her and I was like, hey, can I sit with you? We became really good friends, because it happened to be that we were in the spring classes together. We were in film and then history together, so it's really nice because, you know, we can help each other out with that stuff, and we became really close through that. And she was kind of I guess you could say she was my twin, because she had really similar style to me, really similar interests. We were both teachers, so it was really nice to meet somebody who was kind of like me. Going more on the, I guess we would say, boyfriend side, I didn't really have a boyfriend in high school. I mean, I did have a boyfriend in high school, but it was a short-term relationship. But I thought when I was in high school, when I was going to go to college, this was more my 4-year university side, I was like, I'm gonna have a boyfriend in college. You know, something like I'm gonna meet my future husband and all this stuff, because I hear stories all the time about people meeting their their husband or wives in college. But my mind was kind of different this year. I did go out with a few guys, but at the same time I was like, nothing really worked out for me, which I don't mind. I'm actually kind of happy because I was able to focus on school and then focus on my, I don't want to say focus on my social life, but I was more able to focus on school than guys. A lot of my friends had boyfriends, so I think I was kind of, I felt like I was not pressured, but I felt like I was like, oh my gosh, a lot of my friends are in relationships, I'm kind of the single one here. But the more I looked at it, I'm like, it didn't really even matter. Like, it's not like anybody's getting married right now or anything like that, so I'm happy that I didn't have a boyfriend my first year of college, because I just really need to focus on myself. Like, I don't mind being single, but at the same time I'm like, kind of want to start dating people here. So hello, if you're out there, hello. So yeah, that's just that side. I don't regret it at all, but just, my guy's out there somewhere. So one of the biggest things I've also learned is to just say no at points. I'm not talking about, like, you know, partying and stuff like that. I'm talking more about going out. I just spent a lot of money that I should have throughout my college experience because, you know, I'm a college kid, I'm hungry at points. I'm at school sometimes all day, and I was working a lot. Well, not working a lot, I was working bits and pieces here and there at my after school program, so there'd be points where I had to go from school right to work, so I had like a very small time block where I would be able to go get food really quick. So I would just go to McDonald's, you know, like $4, I can buy burger, fries, and my drink, and that totals up to be like $4.26. Yes, I do know my how much I had to pay. But my biggest thing is to make sure, like, you can at least pack a lunch, or just say no to people when they ask you to go out, because you can save money. Because that's what I did. I needed to say no more, and I also needed to tell no to myself, because there would be points where I'm like, oh, Dunkin' Donuts coffee sounds really good right now, and I would actually do that instead of studying for my exam. Like, I would, or like do homework. I'm like, whatever. That was my fall semester. My spring semester, I told myself that's not happening. So yeah, just have to tell yourself to say no. And then going more on the social life part, I remember this is more like the beginning of the year, like, you know, August or September. I don't really think October, but I was still getting into the fact that, you know, I'm going to community college. I'm going to see a lot of people on social media, having a lot of fun at tailgates or sororities and stuff like that. Like, I'm not the type of person to join a sorority, and I have nothing against sororities. I think that they're really great organizations, but like great clubs, but I would never join one for myself. But I just saw a lot of people going to like bid day and stuff, like, oh, like these people I grew up with, and they're just all adults, you know. It's so weird to see everybody, like, you know, I went to high school with, they just graduated, now everybody's kind of on their own. So I thought that was, I kind of felt like FOMO a little bit, like feeling I'm missing out, but it kind of changed really fast. So that's my whole little year in a nutshell. I'm very excited I was able to share this information with you guys, because I feel like I can be a mentor to you, or just for my teachers, my family, and my friends can kind of see what my whole life was like my first year of college, and what I wish I knew beforehand, and what I'm kind of putting towards my next 3 years of college. So if you guys ever have any questions, please let me know. Do not hesitate to message me on my Instagram account at coffeeandrollsgold. I am always here for you guys. You guys know that. Also, go subscribe down to my blog so you guys know when I post a new blog up. I have a bunch of new blog posts I'm very excited to be sharing soon. So yeah, I hope you guys all have a fabulous morning, afternoon, or night whenever you're watching this, and I will see you guys soon. Bye guys. Mwah.